Hi guys, Dale here with Alamo Tactical, and with me is Billy Coleman, one of my other instructors here. And we're going to talk to you today about home defense shotguns and patterning, which is a lot of things entails there, and really learning the pattern of your shotgun. A lot of people have a shotgun set up for home defense. It's sitting in the corner of the room, it's sitting in the closet, and unfortunately most people don't go out and they don't pattern the shotgun with the rounds they have in there, which can be a big liability, as we'll show you in a little bit. Depending on how your house is set up, family members, anything else you have to worry about in your target's 4-round background. Okay, so what we did here is we had a couple of different shotguns out here. We had a stock Remington 870 and modified a little bit Benelli M2. So pump action and a semi-auto, two of the probably most prevalent shotguns out there. Of course, there's the Mossbergs and some others, but these two are kind of the top sellers out here. So what we did is we took a standard Remington 9-pellet double-aught buckshot, reduced recoil stuff. It's nothing special. There's no fancy flight control wads that keep the patterns tight. This is just pretty much standard stuff that you can find at any academy or sporting goods store. And so what we did was we shot them at 3, 7, 15, and 25 yards. And just to show you guys what you're patterning doing out of certain shotguns. So we're going to start here with the 870 targets. So first we're going to start at 3 yards. As you can tell, pretty much we're tearing one big hole. Okay, 3 yards is not that far of a distance. Nothing's really spreading too much. Okay, so all 9 pellets, the wad, everything's right through this center hole right here. Again, just for reference, this is a 4-inch circle and this is an 8-inch circle, so we're well within that. I mean, this is smaller than a fist size here. That's pretty good. That's equivalent to 9 pistol shots going into somebody's chest cavity. All right. Now, if we move back to 7 yards on this 870 right here, we're looking at a little bit of spread here. Okay, so again, 9 pellets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, our wad's right up here. That's the plastic wad that comes out. But we're looking at a little bit of a spread here. We're looking at maybe about a 3-inch spread, 2.5-inch spread. Okay, so it's starting to spread out a little bit there. All right, and this is only 7 yards. That's 21 feet. That's a room distance for most people. Okay, over here at 15 yards. You can see our pattern's really starting to open up. Right? Again, 9 pellet buckshots. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here. So we're looking at a little bit over an 8-inch spread here. So we've got this guy, and this guy that are our outriggers, and the rest of this. I mean, that's a pretty good 8-inch spread there. All right. Now at 25 yards with my 870 here, we're getting into some liabilities. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down here, and 9th round looks like it didn't even make it on the target. It looks like it made it a little bit low here, so maybe a little crotch shot. Okay, well, this is really starting to get at the limit of buckshot capability for a shotgun. Okay, now this guy right here, all right, could have hit his arm, maybe. All right, but for me, when I look at that, okay, this means 25 yards for me is the cutoff for the shotgun. All right. Now the big thing we did this for people was to show them that the shotgun's not a magical death ray. A lot of people have the misconception that I just fire a shotgun, it's just going to spread out and it's going to hit everything. And as you can tell, all the way out to about 15 yards, it's only about a 6, 8-inch spread. All right. Most home defense situations are going to be that 15-yard area and in. All right, so understand that no, your shotgun's not going to be this magical spreading wrath of destruction, and you need to be able to shoot it accordingly and understand where that gun's patterning. All right, let's move on to the semi-automatic here, and let's show you some of those patterns. Alright, so let's look at the targets here with the semi-automatic. Again, this is a Benelli M2, lightly modified. It's a 21-inch barrel, but no special chokes. Again, the same Remington reduced recoil 9-pellet double-aught buckshot, so nothing really special in the ammunition category. Alright, so let's start off at 3 yards here. Again, nice super tight pattern. All 9 pellets, the wad, everything's through this center punch right here. Again, about half the fist size. Wonderful, wonderful shot pattern. Okay. So moving back to 7 here, Moving back to 7, we got a tiny bit of spread, but we're still looking pretty good. We're still looking at, probably about a 3-inch spread here. A little bit of raise here. Again, different point of aim and point of impacts. That's the other thing that we want to pay attention to when we come out and pattern a shotgun is as we start extending the distance, trajectories come into play. We might have to modify our point of aim to get a good center mass hit. Okay, so that's what we notice here. So the rest of the follow-on targets, we actually had to aim just a little bit lower to keep center mass impacts. All right, but again, all 9 pellets in the wad right through there, about a 3-inch spread, looking good. All right, taking a look at the 15-yard target, again with the Benelli M2. We can see, again, a really decent spread here. A little bit of right shift. Hey, that might be just a gun. Hey, that might be just a shooter. Okay, but we've still got all 9 of our pellets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we look at that, we bring that over just a little bit, that's still a sub 8-inch spread. At 15 yards, that's pretty incredible for off-the-shelf ammunition. So that's a really good pattern and something that I want to look for in my shotgun. All right, so let's go over the 25 and let's check from there what we got at 25. All right, at the 25-yard target, we can see again getting a little bit into that liability sake here. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 right up here. Okay. To me, that's a liability. All right, and again, shotgun shells, a little bit of differences in manufacture. This could be just a pure fluke, but again, you're looking at the shot pattern here. This is about as wide as a human torso. So again, even with this modified gun, this is about the limit for this ammunition and this gun that I want to take buckshot to. Okay, if I got to take an engagement past 25 yards, say across the backyard or something like that, or I got a ranch or some of similar nature, I'm gonna probably want to select a slug into my shotgun if the shotgun is the only tool that I have right now. This right here, I mean, that's a pistol bullet going off into space where we don't own that trajectory. All right, and as you guys can tell, in this is very legal and tangled society, this is a big danger right here. All right, so be aware of where your shotgun is going to pattern. Be aware of the distances in which you can take buckshot out to and where those limitations are. All right, Dale again with Alamo Tactical, and here we are. We're going to discuss the differences between when to go to buckshot and when to go to slug. So as we covered earlier with our 25-yard patterning with Billy's 870 here, we were at our limitation as far as liabilities of where those buckshot rounds are going. So select slug, we drop a slug in there instead of buckshot, and we get an ounce of lead right center mass where we want it to be. All right, and this is a decision you have to make once you understand where your shotgun's limitations are with buckshot, when you need to select a slug to get the hit that you desire. All right, so again, we go from possible liabilities with a big shot spread to we know exactly where our rounds are going to impact. All right, we did the same thing with the Benelli M2, so let's go check that out. All right, over here with the 25-yard target for the Benelli M2. Again, reviewing our 9 pellet double-aught buckshot pattern here. We looked like we had a pretty decent spread all the way up till we see this guy up here, and it's a big liability. It's a big red flag for me. So again, slug select drill, drop that Remington reduced recoil slug, again off-the-shelf stuff, nothing special, and we get a wonderful center mass hit. Again, taking out liabilities and giving us direct results what we need to do. Again, guys, this is something that you can't read in a box or trust an owner's manual on. You need to go out and pattern and test your individual shotgun, because especially most shotguns off the shelf that have just the bead sights, there's not a whole lot you can do sight adjustment wise. You're gonna go out here and actually put the lead in the paper and figure out where your gun's hitting with buckshot, where it's hitting with slugs, so that you can be an asset, not a liability.